What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about that Horizon Zero Dawn movie. So I actually originally thought that this was just, it's announced. They just came out today, did like a public statement. Well, I mean, kinda, it came out, but it was actually because of this back and forth that's going on with Sony and Tencent. You know, this back and forth of that light of Motorim. I don't know exactly how to say that game, but of course, the game that Sony is accusing of ripping off Horizon, and, you know, in these legal proceedings, and we always get some juicy stuff from it, right? We have gotten some fun back and forth insults thrown, across the table of these two. But one of the biggest things is we actually got some details on the movie. Pretty simple, actually, though. So we have the director is being looked for right now. They do have a script. It's like fully done. So script's done. They're looking for a director, right? That's two parts to it. They want to start shooting or filming the movie next year, 2026, and they want this movie to release in 2027. So those are all the four, major things that have come out because of this lawsuit. We don't know, about who's going to play Aloy or any of those kind of major stars, but because, remember, this ripoff thing that's going on, or that's what the court case is about, they do say that Aloy, to the world of Horizon Zero Dawn, she's a key icon in the anticipated film. So they rely heavily on Aloy. I will say, just a quick little jab, or maybe a controversial thing. Look, I actually do like Horizon, I think, more than most people. I've said that a lot. And I think my videos kind of speak for themselves when these games came out. I don't think Aloy is like the most amazing character of all time. I think Ashley Birch is really talented, and Aloy can be good. I think, she has to be played a certain way. I mean, if you know, like her actual story in these Horizon games. So I think there's kind of a reason to her acting the way she does. But in terms of honestly, just charisma, right? She does not have the charisma of a character like Ellie, or of a character like a Nathan Drake, or even Kratos has a very different kind of charisma, right? But I mean, you can kind of get away with that, with someone like him. But Aloy's, an interesting boat. I don't know. I've always said this. While I do like Horizon, I think more than most people, I think the internet has generally turned on the franchise for whatever reason. I think PlayStation relies on it, or thinks of it very highly, and probably too highly, at least in my opinion. I'm interested for this movie. I actually do think Horizon would make for an okay. There's some of these that I think would make for okay movies more than others. Generally I'm pretty opposed to because generally I think the games will always be better. So I always kind of say it's just a thing. I say, why even try it? Why even try a movie or TV show? But I think some of them do work better than others. Like a Death Stranding movie would actually kind of rock, I think. It done well, right? Ghost of Tsushima, I think, is another one. I think the guy who's behind John Wick, right? Still, that seems kind of stuck in limbo, honestly. But if it can come out, and if it's made with the right people, I think a Ghost of Tsushima movie, kind of boiling that game down to a 2-hour film, could actually be quite good. And Horizon, I actually also think could be the combat's pretty cool, and targeting different weak points and all that stuff, and just that kind of the world and going around it. But I think you boil Horizon down to a 2.5 hour movie, I actually think that would work, to be honest with you, depending on who's playing these characters, depending on who's writing it and what the writing is actually like. But this is one that I think I would favor. I'm for it a little bit more than I generally am. So we'll see. I mean, within the next year, I guess, actually probably within the next year, they'll not only film it, but maybe quite soon we'd find out okay, well, who's going to play? You're not going to get Ashley Birch, I don't think, to play Aloy. So, and I don't think they really make sense in the film world. So they'll have to find their leading lady and really fill out the rest of the cast as well. So we'll see how that goes. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure, as always, to subscribe to the channel, bell icon turned on. And I hope to see you all on the next one.